let's have a look at these headings here. Yeah. Ukraine war, traffickers targeting refugees, human trafficking from involuntary labour to sex slavery. Children fleeing Ukraine could be victims of trafficking. Right? Shall I show you how they map it out? You know what I mean? You know the dark side? Yeah? The satanic side. How these pedophiles map their stuff out so the normal man and woman through everyday life doesn't see it or read it or understand it because it's complex. Yeah? The information's out there to learn, for everybody to learn, but it's finding the time to do it. Me being a war disabled pensioner, I find the time. And it gets more horrific as you learn. And these are just things what you can pick up from the national news, the news, and so on. So what I'm about to show you isn't just me going, oh, look at that, look at this, look at that. Yeah, and putting just bits together. Look, I've done a few videos on how they've done it in New England, how they've done it over history and time, with paintings and stuff like that, before even the media existed. It goes on. Freemasonry and all that sort of stuff, all intertwined. Well, this Ukraine war is a stage, majority, and there's hidden things in it. And I'll show you. I started doing a video here about this event. Very important picture here. Yeah, I'll go into it a bit later. But it was all to do with taking the mick out of this guy down here, really. And as I watched this, I noticed things. So I'm going to show you what I watched and then I'll break it down for you. It's about this guy. Take note of his name, right? I'm not going to say it until I say it a bit later. He was a US Army engineer, a veteran. Now, he's studying there somewhere for archaeology, which means think back, yeah? Let's just remember these little keywords I'm saying to you. Archaeology, think back. Yeah? Because Michael, F all, fuck all, Furkel, right? Yeah? Just remember that one. I've not done a video for a while on this war, because there's loads of stuff that's propaganda and everything. It's just that much. If you bunged it all out on everybody, they go, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's everywhere. Whatever comes on the YouTube or ITV news or whatever, or shows that they show clips and all that sort of stuff. It's just something not right on everything near enough. So they want volunteers. This guy's a volunteer, supposedly. All right, here we go.
Boarding a train to Kyiv, hoping to volunteer as a medic. Boarding a train to Kyiv, hoping to volunteer as a medic.
That's what's available. This is quickly about mysteriouswritings.com. Right. Basically, the number 17. A very important number. Yeah, it involves the Kabbalah and all that sort of stuff. It's the coming together of the moon and the sun. The two halves, let's call it, all this sort of stuff. Now, in the satanic world, yeah, their path to righteousness is having what you lot think is evil. Right? The little gem, the little gold bit, the little girl, that type of stuff. That's how they think, folks. It's the opposite of what we think. That's how you can't get your head around it. Number 17 here continues to be used and noticed throughout many mysteries concerning the search of treasure. Now, that little girl is a pedophile's treasure. Do you get me? Number 17. Basically, right, this is an advert for the children. You know, there's children trafficking and all that sort of malarkeys and all the rest of it. Yeah, look at that guy's right eye. Look at his eyes. Do you think he looks really trustworthy? Not to me, then. Anyway, alright, but check this out. Yeah, this guy, he's there wandering around, single bloke and all that sort of stuff. Everybody's back's turned. This is how they do their signals. And loads of other adverts and charity adverts and all sorts of stuff. But you just wouldn't believe it, would you? But all of a sudden there's a big child trafficking problem going on. Check this out. And it's this lone kids is the available thing. There. There you go, there kid. That kid there. Everybody else is minding their own business. But the kid's on its own. And these probably think, well, you know, nothing really happened. But when they cut it out like that, yeah, with an image of this guy here and this bullshit child trafficking thing, I tell you something, that's how they bloody work. Cut, edit, slice, all that sort of stuff. And back to him. High people's that guy. Yes, they say he's a focal. Yeah, what's his name? Come off it. Yeah, taking the piss. This is how they when these knobheads do these videos and stuff like that, right down to the blinking New Zealand Prime Minister and all that sort of stuff. They've got it all over their TV and everything, folks. Michael Furkel. Yeah? Fuck all. Fuck all. So you think, yeah, isn't it? It's fuck all. So you think, right, okay. What else is message in here? Because all what he's going to do means fuck all. Michael fuck all. A US Army engineer. So you think, engineer this one then. So it's an engineer one. So, right, okay, it might be like a techno cut and pasty thing. So he wants to go over there to fight for foreign people. Now, if you take a note, right, of all the people, I'll go back a bit here there. Just imagine a stage set where everybody's doing their job's worth. They're all looking the other direction, right? Yeah, and this is to think back, yeah? Because he studied archaeology. This is how these people do their work through the national TV and stuff like that, yeah? They put a language out there that people just don't get, right? So this guy is archaeology. Archaeology means think back, right? And then his name's Mr. Fuckall, yeah? Mr. Fuckall, right? If you go back here, everybody is minding their own business in such time. Nobody is looking, really, in the way. It's like they don't want to be seen, innit? Some of them. Anyway, you all think it's normal, but I'll just let it go on again. But just take note of these people. It just seems a bit like walking past the camera scenario. He's looking around. Mr. Fuckall. Right, then you go here. You see that? Right then. Now you see that little clip? There you go, of that young lass. It's a little flashing clip, like a little jewel, right? Yeah? It's all hidden by everything else. Yeah? And there's a little jewel here, right? Now let's let you go on to something else. Remember, all this is staged, right? Now, take note of the number there. 17. This is by Mr. Michael Fuckall. Right? I'll just get what's behind his head here. And he looks really, really, really a bit under the influence of something. If you know what I'm on about. Right, oh, let's go back there. You see the eye, information, right, so if you think back, this is basically what it is, guys, because they work on the dark side. They work on the sides that you lot don't recognise, or people don't recognise, because it just doesn't flow like how we've been taught at school with reading, writing and everything, right? If you look into it, you'll know what I'm on about. If you don't know what I'm on about, you probably still won't do, and that's how the country stays blinkered. But basically, this guy is set to stand there, eye, information. So if you think back, right, if these weird people who have all the money that go around the world and they take the right pickings of children and things like that, this is how they read it. I've had to learn how they read it, and I've had loads of shit from this place around here because you knock on doors that people don't like you knocking on because it shows how blinkered they are. Michael F. All, basically, we'll say that rather than swear all the time. So you think back, Michael F. All is going around, looks a bit like a bit more of a, you know, anyway. You got information there, and you got 17. Now, 17 in demonic language basically means looking for the gold, looking for the little bit that the magpie wants. Yeah, and this is where to come, Ukraine. This is where to probably place your orders. Do you get me? Watch this clip again. So, you read it, right? It's archaeology. Yeah, you think back. You then go on to his name, his Freemason name that's been given. Where Mr. Furcall, yeah? So that's like a bit of a joke, that, you know, like this isn't real, right? This is something about this. Yeah, so you go back here a bit. See, and there's the jewel. They all walk round it. I say this is how demonic it is. But actually, look at his dodgy eyes, everything. This last it. These people are walking round that person there. Yeah? Putting this on offer. They know. These people actually know it. Because they're all moving in a manner of advertisement for this number 17. Number 17 on the demonic side is looking for the gold, looking for the jewel, looking for the little tiny bit of, yeah? And this Mr. Archaeology Think Back, Mr. Fuck All guy, is mapping it out in an advert for the telly with a drugged up face. And there, yeah, and that's what's on offer, guys. Yeah, that's the jewel, straight after it. Yeah, that is the jewel. But we'll go back from here, and we'll let you look through it, and just now have a think. If you're looking for something, just imagine it. If you've been like, okay, well, we understand the language here. Mr. Fuckall's doing it, yeah? Mr. Fuckall, right? Yeah, and he goes in there, and you think it's not something right, and you think, right, where's the jewel? Right, what's this? Believe this shit. Yeah, we're so bloody blinking. It's easy to be blinking. Just tick over as long as you're right, Jack. Now, one of these people get away with it because we're all emotionally spam. Yeah, this is the stuff that goes on amongst it all, everybody. So if those people are emotionally connected to helping Ukraine, you've got to start listening to parts of these people, or some of these people, or part of the agenda, let's say, and these child trafficking lot. This is how they do it. Nobody's interested. Yeah, but when a big blinking sign comes out, said, "Oh, there's people trafficking," everybody goes, "Oh, that's horrific." It's horrific whilst it's going on, but nobody wants to listen to it. Child abuse is child abuse, as simple as that. Freemasonic languages is as simple as that. Demonic Freemasonic languages, satanic languages, it's all written down, it's as simple as that. We've all had 2 years stuck in blinking houses. People could have started reading upon stuff like this, but no, we're all quite happy to jump on the bandwagon of nerves and fear and panic and bollocks. They're all quite, I think you lot do it on purpose, so you don't have to deal with things like this. Yeah? You want to jump on the next trend of fear-driven bollocks because you then don't have to deal with the vileness that's in our own country and what we're part of and have been doing these sort of manoeuvres. They did this in the Second World War, you know. The size of his pupils. Looking for the goal, there you go. Bang, alone. That's what they do. Yeah, Mr. Archaeology Think Back Man, yeah, who's going to tell you fuck all. So he's telling everybody else fuck all because it's a blag. But the signals of the satanic and the dark side of how they do it in the little gaps and the numericals that teach people how to watch the program in a different way and what things to, you know, listen to and take note of. And they do it on the news, they do it everywhere. Yeah? World news, New Zealand news, they do it. That's how they do it. Yeah? Numerical triggered, colour triggered, and all the rest of it. And then you start watching it and listening to it in a different way and listen to different parts of input, what those numbers do once you then have learnt them and then get triggered like what they get triggered, but you get triggered in a good way because you're learning it against the bad way. But the information is all out there to read. I'll just let it play in a one. I don't know if we've got enough 12 seconds left. I'll let it play and just let you look at the mood of it all. Look, listen. That's what she said. Listen, right, listen. They're all stale faced. They're all walking around like an advert, those people, to walk in front of the camera. Yeah, he's going in there for the first time, but he's probably gone in there 4 times. Yeah, the camera's all there, and bang. And that's the number 17, information 17. But basically, that's how they do it. But you wouldn't believe it, would you? Look at his bullshit. Everything in those eyeballs is bullshit to the point that I wouldn't even be surprised if these bastards are even in on the same shit. Yeah? But this dirty bastard, Stonehead. Yeah, check his fucking facials and ginger beer. It's bullshit. Yeah? No way would I go to this guy for fucking any advice. This is all bullshit, right? Whether you believe it or not, it's bullshit. This is an actual advert, if anything. Yeah? For Mr. Michael Fuckall under the fake fucking bollocks of this war bollocks and this one big child fucking Hitler load of bollocks.